even though it seems like it's a long time since the pandemic and the lockdowns, to me, I feel like we're still in it.
100%. I feel like they're around the corner again, to be honest.
Lockdowns?
Yeah, 100%.
Potentially,
Because
yeah.
they're like pushing again for kids to wear masks, even though they've all been like, the masks don't work. But, get all the kids to wear them again. You're like, what is going on here? I remember saying months ago that there'd be climate change lockdowns. That doesn't seem too far from the truth. But, the cases are skyrocketing, so we've got to go back into lockdown to curve the 2-week curve.
Yeah. Did you, at the beginning of lockdowns, were you like, lockdowns seem stupid? Or were you like, 14 days to whatever the curve, this is reasonable? Or what was your initial instinct?
The first time that I heard about COVID and like it all being like a thing, I was like, shut the borders. If it's a serious thing, just shut the borders and just don't let anyone travel. But then they kept letting people travel, and you're like, well, this doesn't really make much sense. But I was a hardcore believer for a while. I distinctly remember sitting in my room one day being like, I think I have COVID. But I was just freaking myself out. I was literally giving myself a panic attack and anxiety, and that was like creating the I've got a blocked nose, and you're just like spending too much time thinking. And it just got to a point where I was like, wait, this has to be baloney. So yeah, at first I was like pushing for all of it, but then just as it progressed, it just became even more and more unrealistic and more of some weird fantasy thing.
So it was like the inconsistencies you were observing. It's like, okay, if this, because I can relate. At the start, I was like, I have to go to work, but I'll wear a mask on the train. Before it was like a law. I was like, well, maybe I'll do it. Like, who knows?
I mean, I was also in retail, so like,
true.
There's part of me going like, I'm in a watch shop. Why the hell is this like an essential thing? Like, it doesn't make any sense. People literally like walk in, take their mask off, touch some stuff, and then put their mask back on. You're like, if this works how it's been told that it works, everyone's fucked. You're all fucking dead in like a week. And then it just kept going to a point. Like, I remember we did there was one of the it was a music event that we went to, and someone was like, if anyone has had COVID, like, it'd be cool to know, because I don't seem to know anyone that has it, and that was meant to be in the depths of it. And then it just got to a point where everyone started being sick. You're like, this is a weird time.
Have you had it? Did you get COVID?
I was sick like once for like the 2 years, and I got sick like a little bit recently because my girlfriend had tonsillitis, it turns out, and apparently that's like a little bit transmissible. But like, no cough throughout the past like 2-3 years. I've had no like spicy cough, as they call it.
Right.
Yeah, nothing that would have been like, wow, I'm sick, I should stay home and it's worth locking down the country for,
Yeah. I got it, and I had it for maybe, I had strong symptoms for maybe 2 or 3 days, and then I noticed like my lung capacity affected for maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, right.
It was like concerning, but like the thing for me is that like I believe coronavirus exists, but I don't believe in the what they tell us it is.
Well, especially with like the diagnostic tool of testing people, like PCR, is like
Right.
Karen Mullis, the inventor, was saying that it's not made for diagnosis.
And he died
Yeah,
at the start
right
of the
before it.
pandemic.
Oh, right before it. And the wife said that it wasn't anyone, but you're like, oh, this is like really weird timing. This is not the first time in history where it's like some important person passes away right before something big explodes.
It's so frustrating, right? Because it's like, it's pretty. They say you can kill a man, but you can't kill an idea.
Yep.
But if the only man with the idea, do you know what I mean? If only one man has the idea, you kind of can kill the idea.
100%.
And you can also intimidate everyone else from even considering it.
100%.
I'm standing up and I'm telling you, I am Warhol. I am the number one most impactful.